Hello and welcome to my review of issue number 10 in the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest subscription service by Hachette Partworks. If you don't know what Warhammer 40,000 Conquest is, it's a subscription service. You pay £7.99 per magazine, and for that you get the little magazine and you get a model, usually quite a nice saving as well. Sometimes you get paint, sometimes you get brushes, sometimes you get a painting handle. You do get the larger models like the repulsor tank and the dreadnought and things like that as the subscription continues. If you do subscribe, you get all 4 issues for that month in one kind of package, or you can just pop to your local newsagents and order it that way. I've visited quite a few newsagents in Norfolk and I've never seen it on the shelves, so I don't know whether they do have a distribution. I've sometimes seen it in Games Workshop store but in Norwich, but I haven't seen it out in the wild, so hence why I've got a subscription. Issue 10 introduces us to the first vehicle, which is one of my favourites. It's my favourite Death Guard unit other than Mortarion, which is the Fit Blight-Hauler. Such a cute, amazing looking model. It's like one of those little jumping spiders. They're so cute, but vicious at the same time. He's got lots of teeth, some claws, a lovely multi-melter and a missile launcher. You can't go wrong with both of those weapons, and he's got one of those piercing proboscis type things. Very fast. Tri-tracked vehicle, just incredible. At first I thought it was a multi-part kit when it first came out a year or so ago, but yeah, I think it was Christmas 2017 this bad boy came out, and I loved it so much that I got 3. Anyway, we'll look at the model in a moment, but what I will say is one of these separately is £15, so you're already saving £7. It's essentially half price, and it's such a good unit in the game. It's well ahead of its time, and I think it's just a great addition to the Death Guard force. I have a huge bias on this model and its rules and things like that. But so a lovely section of the Fit Blight-Hauler as they roar into battle. A nice focus on them. Focus on the Bile Spurt, the Gnashing Maw, the multi-melter, the missile launcher. This is probably my favourite issue actually. Blight-Hauler War Gear look, the raid on Relthor Prime. Some more information, some lovely artwork, and how to build the Fit Blight-Hauler. It's probably one of the most complex models you'll have built so far in the collection, I think. Yeah, nice build guide there. You've got all your paints and your shades, so it shows you how to do that. And then vehicle on deck, it puts your Fit Blight-Hauler against some intercessors and the librarian. Rules update, vehicles, firing heavy weapons, dealing multiple wounds, smite the Blight-Hauler, pretty good, smite the Blight, and then replay extra rules. So you've got the Bile Spurt, the Force Sword and smite, and then a little advert, which I forgot to do in issue 9 by the way, but issue 11, which will be the next set of unboxings and first looks, it'll be 11, 12, 13 and 14 that I will do unboxings for and first looks. I try and follow the format of unboxing 11 and then reviewing 11, unboxing 12 and reviewing 12, so it doesn't mix and match, so that I'm not unboxing 11 and then reviewing 13 or something like that. I try and keep them in order, so I keep to the same issue, unboxing then review, but they might be quite a few days apart, just the way the release schedule is. But yeah, 11 is the aggressors, which are a great unit, and 12 is a new character, which is the Foul Blightspawn. Lovely model. Again, I think that one's about £15 or so that saves you another £7. So great magazine, lovely model, nice little article in there. Let's do some size comparisons. So here he is next to Poxwalker, which is relatively small, and next to the Traitor Imperial Guardsman. That's sort of the size of it compared to like humanoid sized units, next to a Death Guard Marine. Works really well with the Death Guard, with the armor plates and the pitting and the rest of it. So size wise it does fit in very well. Next to some Imperial models, we've got the Space Marine. So yeah, it's bigger than a Space Marine by a fair bit. And then an intercessor, yeah, a few of these intercessors around it will, you know, shrink it down to size a bit. Especially if you get like 5 intercessors, that's going to be quite a big blob compared to a Fit Blight-Hauler. But anyway, I hope that size comparison helps. As you can see, it's the biggest unit you'll have had so far. Taller than an intercessor, much wider, more of a presence, big round base, definitely a lot of presence, and just a fun unit that looks excellent to use in game. Very fast and very flexible as well. Okay, so this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for the model. You don't get the rules for this model in the Conquest magazines until we reach issue 13. I would strongly suggest you go out and buy the Death Guard Codex if you've got this far in the subscription. It's a really excellent codex. It's one of my favourites, and there's another section in there about the Fit Blight-Hauler, and obviously it's got all the rules and things. So one of these models is a fast attack choice. It's a power points cost of a 7, so you could say it's quite costly. It's a match play points cost of 85, and you can have between 1 and 3 in a unit. It's armed with a missile launcher, a multi-melter, a bile spur, and a gnashing maw. So the bile spur is a ranged weapon. It's 12-inch, assault D3, strength 6, AP -1, damage 1, and a plague weapon. If you don't know what a plague weapon is, you can re-roll wound rolls over 1 for a weapon with this ability. So that's pretty good. So you're getting you know, up to 3 shots with that at 12 inches. Nice strength too. So more ranged weapons. You've got the missile launcher there. The frag missile, which is good at, you know, hordes, is 48 inches, heavy D6, strength 4, AP 0, and a damage of 1. But the crack missile is good against tanks. It's a 48-inch range weapon again, heavy 1, strength 8, but it's AP -2, and a damage of D6. The multi-melter is a shorter range weapon. It's only got 24-inch range. It's a heavy 1. Its strength is 8, but it is AP -4, and the damage is also D6. On top of this, if the target is within half range of the weapon, you roll 2 dice when inflicting damage with it and discard the lowest result. So you've got a chance there of possibly inflicting D6 damage if you're rolling 2 dice. Its melee weapon is a gnashing maw. Strength of the user, which is a 6, its AP is -2, and the damage is 1. It's also a plague weapon too. That's not too bad. Strength 6, AP -2. Its stat line, its movement is a whopping 10 inches. That's very fast. Weapon skill and ballistic skill are both 4+. That's not too shabby. Strength is good at 6. Toughness is brilliant at 7. It's got 8 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 8, and a save of 3+. Very strong stat line, I feel, for the points cost. Its abilities then. Disgustingly resilient. Putrescent fog. Friendly Death Guard infantry units that are entirely within 7 inches of a Fit Blight-Hauler gain the benefit of cover when making armour saves. That's brilliant. You got Death Guard infantry around it, you get your cover saves. Awesome. Putrid explosion. If a Fit Blight-Hauler is reduced to 0 wounds, you know, from 8 to 0, you roll a dice before removing it from the battlefield. On a 4+, so 50-50 chance, it explodes, and each unit within 7 inches suffers 1 mortal wound. So that's excellent. You want to be driving these as far close to your enemy as possible, trying to give cover to your friendly units, trying to use those heavy weapons, using that gnashing maw. That's not all though. Trilobe. Add 1 to all hit rolls made for this unit whilst it contains 3 models. That's where it's at. Add 1 to all hit rolls. Get 3 of them, and that's going to boost their effectiveness tremendously. Demonic. All models in this unit have a 5+ invulnerable save. That's incredible. So 3+ normal, 5+ invulnerable, disgustingly resilient. Tritract. This unit does not suffer the penalty for moving and firing heavy weapons. That's the icing on the cake right there. Oh, wait, no, there's more. Foul stench. Enemy units must subtract 1 from any hit rolls that target this unit in the fight phase. That's incredible. So it's got disgustingly resilient, lots of wounds, high toughness, very fast, got these heavy weapons, got good armor saves, better in a group of 3. You can fire and don't suffer any penalties. And on top of that, if you get in close combat with it, you've got to subtract 1 from hit rolls. This unit is fantastic. It's got everything. in my opinion. Its keywords is Chaos, Nurgle, Heretic, Astartes, Death Guard. Vehicle, Demon, Demon Engine, my Fit Blight-Haulers. There you go. One of the best units in the game, in my opinion, both looks wise and what it does in game terms. I think it's just a fantastic model with incredible rules. If you haven't got one of these already, either with the Conquest subscription, you really owe it to yourself to add a few of these to your Death Guard army, because they are lovely, lovely models, and yeah, one of my favourites. What do you guys think though? Put it in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Papa bless.